The age of legacy.
The lightning flashed as
Do you have Bluetooth in this thing?
No, I don't.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage, and I'm in lovely Colorado. And as I was driving around, I realized everywhere I go, there are Subaru Legacies, and Subaru has become the car for Colorado, and I wanted to find out why. So luckily enough, one of my buddies, Rob, has decided to let me talk about his Subaru Legacy. So we're gonna do that today. I'm gonna get behind the camera and I'm gonna introduce you guys to Rob.
I am Rob. LJ, thank you so much for having me and talking about this wonderful, lovely piece of junk, my 2005 Subaru Legacy. I don't have a name for it other than car, just like I call my cat's cat, my dog's dog, my plant's plant. This thing has gotten me from New York to Pennsylvania to Ohio, and now out to Colorado. And just as LaShawn said, I am home in Colorado with this Subaru Legacy.
So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Bruce Willis, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out this commercial.
The age of legacy.
the lightning flashed as angel.
I was going through the Subaru website, and I actually found a really interesting statistic. It was saying that 96% of Subarus that were made within the last 12 years are still on the road today. And I find that really hard to believe, but after driving around Colorado, I actually think Subaru might be right. These cars are everywhere, so there's got to be some sort of magic going on at the Subaru dealership. So for this week, we're going to do something a little different. I'm pretty much just going to have Rob show us around the Subaru, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about it.
All right, so here to talk about this car. It is everything I'm looking for in a vehicle. Now, I'm not into cars, I should say. I don't really care too much how they look on the outside as long as they can get me where I need to go, point A to point B. And there's a beautiful part about living in Colorado that I can come right from this residential neighborhood and just out to the mountains in 10 to 15 minutes. And you can actually see some of the dirt roads we were driving on today, scouting locations for this video. This is the back side of the car, if you couldn't tell. And as you'll notice, it no longer says Subaru. It said RU for a while, RU, which was pretty cool, but that finally fell off. The emblem was actually the first to go. That was back when I was in Ohio. It used to be the good old Subaru emblem, and I think one time I took this in for maintenance, and I asked them how much it would be to replace that, and it was something like 50 bucks and 4 weeks of waiting. So I was like, I think people will know this is a Subaru. But thankfully, that Legacy thing is still there, that Legacy logo. Why that one survived and the others didn't, no clue. I don't know. I don't know if people, steal these like they steal Mack truck dogs or anything like that. But other than that, this hatchback is fantastic. There's so much room in here. I don't know if you want to zoom in, there's actually a full tire in the back, not a donut, like an actual spare tire I keep on the road with me. And with all this space back here, you can even put the seats down, which I do when I know I'm going to be out on the town late at night getting good and drunk. I throw my bike back here, and I bike back to my apartment, go find the car the next day. Perfect for Colorado. Or if you're not getting drunk and just want to go to the parks and ride your bike, I guess that works too.
It's a shame that America doesn't like wagons. Hatchbacks and all of that stuff don't sell well in the States, and it's a real shame. Because look at all this space. As always, I like to get in here to demonstrate how much room you actually have. And I'm pretty comfortable.
Just as you got space in the hatchback, you got space in the back seat as well. Look how roomy this is. You can get in here, if you want to go to sleep one night, just lay down. Oh, it's so comfortable. I'm laying on something I shouldn't be laying on, but while I'm back here, check this out. My CD collection. As you have already seen or will shortly see, this car has the only feature it needs, a CD player. And as an avid music fan, I certainly am prepared for those long road trips and even trips just to the grocery store.
On average, Colorado gets about 55 inches of snow. And so as you can imagine, all-wheel drive is the best choice. So, as everyone already knows, Subaru loves boxer motors, and so there's nothing different under here. You've got the EJ motor and the EJ line of engines, super powerful, super fun to drive, super torquey. And this one's just got the 2.5 liter without the turbo, but it actually has plenty of power. It's got plenty of giddy up, and I'd say that with a little bit of maintenance, these can run forever. So other than like regular maintenance, have you had anything that you really had to do for this thing?
No, to be honest, I've had to put very little work into this car, and it's been just running smoothly constantly. The only thing I did have to get done was that airbag recall, if you remember that. I think that hit a lot of cars other than Subaru, but that I had to get some maintenance done for. Oh, come on, get out of the way, geese! Oh, look how many geese there are, it's ridiculous. the winter. Don't they go somewhere? But yeah, no, this car's handled great. It's treating me really well. I couldn't ask for more. I hope it runs forever.
So if someone asked you if Subaru's all-wheel drive is a system that you would recommend, what would you say?
I would have to go with yes. It's really the only one I have experience with. The other cars I've driven a lot were Subarus as well that had all-wheel drive. I think I drove someone's little jalopy once, and I felt like, you know, I would turn the wheel to the left, and one wheel would go to the left, but the other wheel would go to the right. It was very strange. So I don't know, I think I'd have to get used to it, but, you know, I am definitely, like I said before, point A to point B, give me something I'm comfortable with, that'll work, and the all-wheel drive has never done me wrong, especially, you know, driving in snow, driving in icy conditions. There was even one time driving through Indiana that, you know, I was in like tornado conditions, and it was very windy and hailing, and handled fine. I was surprised by, you know, I didn't have to really get off the road till they forced us off the road for the tornado warning.
So Rob, would you consider yourself an outdoorsman?
Not a major one. I think definitely more since I've moved to Colorado. Really just like I mentioned before, driving up into the mountains, going hiking, taking my bike places, stuff like that. And I wouldn't be able to do it without this thing and the space that we talked about already.
So if I were to say that I was never in the Boy Scouts or anything like that, I've never been in the wilderness, should I buy a Subaru?
Sure. I don't see why not. I wasn't in the Boy Scouts, and I'm only in the wilderness frequently or infrequently, once in a blue moon. But sure, I think, you know, with the track record that it has and all the good things that you can hear people say about it, yeah, absolutely, I'd recommend it. I think the next car that I do get, when this one eventually and unfortunately conks out, it was probably going to be a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Dude, there's Subarus everywhere out here. Look
This
at
is
that.
the land of the
Look,
Subarus.
there's another one.
Oi, crikey, look at the size of that Subaru.
Dude, hurry, she's about to hit your Subaru.
Now, if we get stuck in the mountains, it won't be because we ran out of gas.
All right, guys, that's all the questions I had for Rob, so I'll let him tell you what he thinks about this car overall and what he recommends to you future Subaru owners out there.
Sure. I think we hit all the good points. LJ hit on some more that I was unaware of, which is always awesome to hear, some good news. But like I said, I would highly recommend it. It is a perfect car for the people that I think don't care, you know, about anything fancy or anything like that. You know, I do the bare minimum. I wash it, I wax it, you know, every 6 months or something like that. That's it. Other than that, I keep it dirty because it's just going to get dirty the next time I'm out in the wilderness of Colorado.
Yeah.
And, oh, I guess I should say, it's also has treated me very well when I've taken it into Rocky Mountain National Park.
Sounds like
Which
a nice
is,
place.
yeah, so, you know, you head down in Colorado and you shoot into the mountains, and, you know, you really have to drive through there. And so this got all the way up to about 11,000 feet, and, you know, it had some trouble on the hills, but it's made that trip 2 or 3 times, so, hey, I couldn't ask for more.
You guys heard it here first, or last, or second, or something. You heard it here. So if the best way to describe this car is it's good at everything that it does. It's not amazing, but it will never leave you stranded. Subaru makes awesome cars, and the legacy has a legacy that will continue in a legacy kind of way. So something legacy. Thank you guys again for checking out this week's episode.
Live the legacy. What did Bruce Willis say?
The age of legacy.
And if you guys have seen some of my other videos, I've featured Rob's music in a lot of the backgrounds, so I'll be sure to link his channel and his podcast.
Yeah, thanks for the support. You can. He's going to give you all the information in the notes on YouTube, but you can find me on the podcast Cinemodities, talking about film, or playing my music through Ann and Spirarity Complex, which I hope you'll get to hear even more of as LJ's Garage gets to continue. Thanks for the support.